If you've been thinking about moving to Charlotte, North Carolina, this video is for you. Hey guys, my name is Austin Locklear. I'm a North Carolina realtor here in the Charlotte area, and I wanted to make this video explaining a few things that you might want to keep in mind if you're considering moving to Charlotte. All right, number one, let's talk about the traffic. Charlotte is a much busier city than what most people would think. It's not quite as bad as places like New York City, Atlanta, LA, your bigger, busier cities. But one thing you should keep in mind if you are going to move here is the proximity from your home to where you're commuting for work, because it can easily add an extra 35 to 45 minutes, even to an hour on your commute time based on where you're traveling to and from work. For example, if you're working down in the Ballantyne area, which is on the south side of Charlotte, it's probably not such a good idea to commute from Lake Norman area, like Mooresville, Huntersville, Cornelius, in that area, because traffic around the Lake Norman area is already bad as it is, and 77 does get quite backed up. So for you to go all the way from North Charlotte up by the lake down to South Charlotte, you're going to run into quite a bit of extra traffic. So people do it. I myself have made that commute from Mooresville to Southwest Charlotte before in my previous career, and it can add some pretty significant time to it. So if that doesn't bother you, you're more worried about the location than the drive time to your job, it's maybe not such a big deal. But if you hate sitting in traffic for extra unnecessary time, that is one thing to keep in mind. All right, next let's talk about location and proximity. One of the things people love about the Carolinas in general is the close proximity to the beaches and the mountains. Charlotte specifically, we're kind of just over the halfway point between the mountains and the beach. So from Charlotte Center City itself to Asheville is about 2 hours and 10 minutes, give or take, depending on traffic, obviously, and other factors. So it's a great, great spot to even take a day trip, or even, a quick weekend getaway with the family. So on the other hand, if you're a beach person, we also have Wilmington, North Carolina, which is about 3 hours and 20 minutes from Charlotte. So again, great option for a quick weekend getaway if you're a beach person. If you're like me and you like both of them, now you got options to go to the mountains or the beach, and it's just a quick drive away. So that is one of the things that people love about the Charlotte area, is the close proximity to both the mountains and the beach. All right, next let's talk about the cost of living. Charlotte is generally a little bit lower than the national average when it comes to cost of living. I think right now the overall cost of living compared to the rest of the nation is about 2% below the national average. So that's something to keep in mind if you're moving here, especially from places like New York City or California. Cost of living here is much, much cheaper. Right now, the average price point for houses in Charlotte is around $410,000. If you're moving here and looking to rent, if you're looking for an apartment, expect to pay anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 a month for a decent apartment. Obviously, those prices can range depending on what areas you're looking for, and if you're looking for anything more specific, like luxury uptown condos or anything like that. Depends on what you're looking for, but like I said, average person looking for an apartment, expect to pay anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 a month. Next, let's talk about lakes and outdoors. If you're a water person, Charlotte is a great spot for you. We have 3 lakes. You got Lake Norman, Mountain Island Lake, and Lake Wylie just across the South Carolina line. It's a great spot for boating, fishing, any kind of water sports, or if you just like to go hang out by the lake, do some fishing, it's a great spot for you. That is one thing I love about the area, because myself, I do love being by the water, on the water every chance I get. So Charlotte does offer multiple options if that's your thing. In addition to the lakes, there are multiple parks, hiking trails, and we even have what's called the U.S. National Whitewater Center. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, the U.S. National Whitewater Center offers multiple outdoor activities, including kayaking, paddleboarding, rock climbing, hiking, mountain biking, zip lining. So if you're a thrill seeker and you love being outdoors, the Whitewater Center is a great spot for you to check out. And if you're not into doing the whole outdoor activities thing, it's also a great spot to go hang out with your kids, take your dog, or just go grab a beer and listen to some live music. It's a great spot to hang out on the weekends. All right, next let's talk sports and entertainment. If you're a sports fan like myself, Charlotte is a great spot for you. Charlotte is home to the Carolina Panthers, the Charlotte Hornets, and we even have a minor league baseball team, the Charlotte Knights, which is a AAA affiliate of the Chicago White Sox. If you're not a sports fan, we also have lots of great music venues. We have PNC Music Pavilion, which is an outdoor amphitheater area that hosts many concerts from country, rock, to whatever genre that you're into. And also, we have Bank of America Stadium, which is home of the Carolina Panthers, that has also been notorious for hosting lots of great concert events here in the past few years. So, if you're looking for a city that offers great sports and great entertainment, great music scene, Charlotte is a great spot for you. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the job market. Charlotte is full of great employment opportunities for people in the financial sector, healthcare, construction, you name it. There are opportunities here for people all across the board. So Charlotte is actually home to Bank of America and Wells Fargo. So if you're in the financial sector specifically, there are multiple opportunities here if that's your thing. Also, construction, with the amount of development and growth going on in Charlotte, there are multiple construction opportunities, whether it's residential construction or commercial. It's a pretty good chance you'll be able to find some really good opportunities here. So there you have it. Hopefully this video was helpful for you in making your decision whether or not Charlotte is a good location for you. If it is and you'd like to learn more about moving to the area, please reach out. My contact information is below and I'd love to help in any way I can. If there's any specific questions or anything in particular you'd like to learn in the next video, please drop all suggestions in the comments below. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.